Ho, ho, ho! Welcome to the show. Thanks for joining me, Rouvain Smit, here on The Sure Thing. It's a Thursday afternoon ahead of the weekend's racing action. I thought I'll do the Vaal's preview early so that you can sit with your card and go through it, and hopefully together we can find a winner or two. Now, we don't normally have racing at the Vaal on a Saturday. That normally happens at Turfentine, but it is their big Grand Heritage meeting where 24 horses will face the starter in the 7th race on the card, but more about that a little bit later. 9 races are on the program. The first race gets underway at 12:15. It's a maiden plate to be run over 1,200 meters, and you need to be on 5 minutes before that with your Hollywoodbet Punted Challenge selections. Don't forget to take the bet slip. I always remind you, very important, take the bet slip, because if you pick all 9 winners, it puts you in line for that big cash incentive, and if you do take the bet slip, then you will be an instant millionaire. Right, let's see if we can find those winners on this card. The first race, I'm going with number 2, Vibe SA. Immediately I can see you saying, no, not again. I'm going to give this one last chance. Yes, he's finished second in his last 6 starts. Yes, he's been very expensive to follow, but he's the kind of horse that will be up there with the pace, giving his all. I know he normally finds one bet on the day, but he is having his 3rd run after a rest, and I do think this time round he can be rewarded for consistency. So I'm giving 2 Vibe SA one last chance to win it, ahead of 8 Cronus, who produced a promising debut, and I do think that one, with improvement to come, can finish in the money. 4 Oklahoma Twister, who plays in both course and distance starts, I give that one a place chance again, and for 4th I'm going with 1 Quagga Blitz. So 2 from 8, 4 and 1 are the numbers I'm going with in race number 1. Second of the day is a maiden plate fillies and mares over 1,200, where 15 runners will face the starter. And here I'm siding with number 3, Pretty Precious. Yes, we did our time last time out. The money poured onto Pretty Precious, was beaten as favourite, but tried very hard. We got our run for our money over the course and distance. This time round, we've got Richard Fourie on board, and Pretty Precious is having a peak run, and I do think she can make amends, hence the reason she's my first choice ahead of 9, Flight of the Condor, who despite being green last time out, when making its debut run an absolute cracker, I expect that one to improve and run into the money again. I'm going with 12, Give Me a Storm, to run into the money again. Was 4th last time out. I think we can expect that one to maybe go a little bit closer. I'm giving that one the verdict for 3rd, and for 4th to number 2, Intro, who I think can also finish in the money. So 3 from 9, 12 and 2 are the numbers I'm going with in the 2nd of the afternoon. Just 6 runners will contest race 3, a graduation plate for fillies over 1,200 meters. And in this race, I think we've got the best bet on the card. I don't think we need to look further than number 3, Garlands of Greenery. This one will probably be included in doubles, trebles, and all to comes for the weekend, purely because of that 3rd in the Grade 3 Carry On Alice Stakes last time out. The form line of that race has, of course, been franked. She is the class horse in the race. To me, she'll take a power of beating. I'm going for her, ahead of number 4, Bosom Buddy, who ran a much improved race last time out in similar company. I expect the same sort of run this time round. For 3rd, I'm going with number 5, Valiva, who won her only attempt over this course and distance, and with the blinkers on, I think she could get closer to the action. And for 4th, number 2, Sorceress Supreme, who should strip much fitter and definitely capable of finding a form return. So I'm going 3 from 4, 5 and 2 in race number 3. 4th race is a maiden plate where 8 runners will contest this 2,400 meter event. This is going to be all about tactics if one looks at the distance, and in this case I'm siding with number 3, The Merciful, who's been running well since the blinkers have been removed. I thought that was a very good second last time out if one looks at the form. We'll be going to the front and setting the fractions, and I think that is going to count in the Merciful's favour, because it will dictate things from the get-go and will be hard to peg back in the closing stages. So I'm siding with that one, ahead of 4, Mishra, who was much improved last time out. Despite making a respiratory noise, I expect that one to be in the money again. 2, Moment, I'm giving that one a place chance to run into 3rd. and number 6, Aftershock, should be staying on with a low weight. I think this one can pop up into the money. So 3 from 4, 2 and 6 are the numbers I'm going with in race number 4. Race 5 is a Pinnacle Stakes to be run over 2,000 metres. A field of just 8 runners. Another one of those races where it's a case of tactics. And here I'm going with the Summer Cup consolation winner, number 2, Good Counsel. To me, this horse stands out in this race, unbeaten over this distance. Stuart Pettigrew's only runner on the day, carries just 52 kilos, and I think should take a power of beating and make it back-to-back wins. I'm going for Good Counsel, ahead of number 3, Thorny Player, who I think is the biggest danger, who's unbeaten at the Vaal, also comes into the race with a light mass of 52 and can obviously give Good Counsel a big run for his money. Royal Edition number 7, I'm going with that one for 3rd, and for 4th, number 1, Son of Raj, who makes his seasonal debut. 2 from 3, 7 and 1 are the numbers I'm going with in race number 5. Race 6 is a middle stakes. 1,100 metres will be the distance, and 9 runners will line up to contest this event. Having looked at it, I thought, let me go with number 2, Swing Upon a Star, as my first choice selection. Showed pace in that last run when 2nd best on the day. Now goes from 1,000 to 1,100 metres and likes to go up handy. So I think on the Vaal track, going to the front may just be a little bit hard to peg back in the closing stages. I think the horse that will be doing the chasing is number 3, One Foul Swoop. I give that one the verdict for 2nd, despite having its 2nd run after a rest. For 3rd, I'm going with a horse that has got solid recent form, number 5, King of Venus. And then under 50 kilos, number 9, Smith & Wesson, I'm going for 4th. 2 from 3, 5 and 9 are the numbers in race number 6. That takes us on to the big one of the afternoon, the non-black type, WSB Grand Heritage. Very strange distance, 1475, and that's what makes this race so unique. A field of 24 runners will line up to face the starter. And having gone through them, I'm going to side with number 12, Captain of the Green, as my first choice selection. This horse is the winner of his last 3 starts. He's unbeaten in 2 at the Vaal. To me, that's the kind of horse that I like to go for. Richard Free rides for Fabian Abib, so that to me also does boost his chances, and I think he can continue about his winning ways. So 12, Captain of the Green, gets the verdict ahead of number 13, model Pomodore's Jet, who's an absolute model of consistency. That one could probably give Captain of the Green the biggest run for his money. I make that the biggest danger. Guy Gibson also gets a nod to run into the money. I think getting closer with each and every start. I'm going with that one for 3rd. And then Savannah Storm. Pierce Stradom retains the ride. I'm giving that one the verdict for 4th. And he could be involved in the shake-up as well. 12, 13, 3, 2. That's my selections for the WSB Grand Heritage. The 8th race is the non-black type WSB Heritage Consolation, also to be run over 1475, and here 13 runners will face the starter, and I'm going with number 5, Confederate, as the horse they all have to beat. Richard Fourie is in the saddle, and to me, having looked at this horse's form, he's had 5 runs for 2 wins, 3 seconds. That's the kind of horse that I think one needs to follow until it finishes well down the field. He won his last start easing up. I expect the same this time round. He gets my confident nod ahead of number 4, Warhawk Bomber, who's got decent recent form to finish in 2nd. Jury Duty, who ran into the money when going over the course and distance last time out. I give that one 3rd. And then Count Invicto, I'm going with that one for 4th. I think this one is still improving. Has had 3 runs for 2 wins and a 3rd. I think there's a lot more to come from Count Victo, so that one also need to be respected. 5, 4, 3, 7, the numbers in race 8. That takes us on to the lucky last of the day. Race 9, a merit-rated 78 handicap over 1,800 metres, and 10 runners will face the starter. Hopefully this is going to be the get-out stakes, as I'm going with number 3, Copper Mist, as my first choice selection. This one finished 3rd last time out, behind subsequent winner Do It With Diamonds, Gavin Larena. is the one that will be retaining the ride, and that to me makes number 3 Copper Miss the one to beat. He steps back to 1800 meters, and he definitely is one for the shortlist to win it. For second, I'm going with number 5 Dark Silver. He was second over 1600 meters last time out. He will enjoy the step up in trip, so it definitely warrants respect in this lineup. For third, I'm going with number 4 Diwali Rocket, who won his only start over this trip, so that one needs to be respected. And for fourth, I'm going with 8 Guy Alexander from the Corey Lensley yard, who's a model of consistency and not without a chance in this lineup. 3 from 5, 4 and 8 are the numbers I'm going with in the last at the Vaal, and hopefully you're going to find the winners that you will put you in the queue to collect at the end of the day. Hope you hit them. Have a great day at the Vaal. From me, Rouvain. Till next time. Cheers for now.